Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K. Here we go. And so off the tip, it's Boston. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Sabonis is out there with Austin Reed. And there's Monk. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Conley in at the point. And it's good for two.
Instead of playing through LeBron, that time they set him up.
And so Monk will bring it up for Boston. There's the drive. And the layup's good off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Powell. Following the basket by Malik Monk. And it's James missing. Sabonis against Powell. Sabonis, that's good.
And that's Sabonis just really sticking with his shot.
Sabonis with the steal. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
Now for Boston, their last game, a loss to the Raptors in Toronto. Shams, we know you grew up in Chicago. I'm assuming you grew up a Bulls fan. Who didn't? And you had to have a favorite player growing up with those terrific teams.
I was a big-time fan of hoops in general. Definitely someone for me was Kobe Bryant. That someone wasn't a Bulls player. We almost got him one year, but that was someone I grew up watching. Kevin, did you have a favorite team or player growing up?
Well, I love Kobe. I called every season of LeBron and every season of Kobe Bryant. And Bryant actually did stuff for 2K. As you know, not too long ago, before his passing, he sat down for a couple hours. But I hate to rank them because Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron are all right there at the very, very top. Hard to beat Jordan, right?
Very hard to beat Jordan. Obviously, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Kobe, for me, watching growing up, that was the closest thing that I had.
Now, here's Sabonis. Last time out, he had 13 points. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Hey, Shams, I know you cover the league like no one else, but I've seen your jump shot. You have a sweet J. You must have played organized ball, I'm assuming.
I played a little bit in high school, Kevin, but once I got cut in high school, that's when I knew my career path would have to trend into what I'm doing now, which is writing and covering the NBA. But listen, I have a lot of confidence in my jump shot, watching players like Steph Curry shoot the basketball. I'm not trying to give any comparisons, but I do love to shoot the ball. That is the one thing I know I can do decently.
I know. I love your answer.
Not much else, but I can shoot.
Now, here's Sabonis after LeBron James's miss. The shot by Monk is no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Cruz. It's deflected. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And appreciation for Jamal Murray and his athleticism getting all the way up there.
Ball checked in for Halliburton. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
Gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done but just does not happen, whether it sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason, but I try to wait as best I can to make sure that when I report, it is
Outstanding. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report. Now, here's Sabonis. He has 7. He gets it in there.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4-5.
To stop the run. Rebound, Boston.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
The shot by Monk is no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Strus. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Boston leading by 11. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first. And Wembanyama launches it from deep. Boston, no good that time either.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Reith. Kicks it out to James. Here's Ball. Now Strus. He has yet to score. Shot clock at 2. Off target with his 3. Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Third team foul.
Free throw good, Wembanyama.
Victor Wembanyama.
That one misses. And they'll get another chance. On the wing, Isaac. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. It's been all about Domantas Sabonis for Boston. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the floor for Boston, they've got Victor Wembanyama. Grayson Allen is out there with Murray. Then there's Jonathan Isaac, and it's Grant in at the small forward position.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Allen. Floats it up for Wembanyama. Here's the lob to the hoop. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen.
And let's take a look now at Victor Wembanyama's numbers. The past month has been surreal. And he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And again, look what he's done so far this season. Wiping the boards clean, ranking 2nd in the league in rebounds. Outstanding effort. And he comes up with the deuce. Hey, Sean, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA, it's been LeBron's league, it's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, was so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they just passed a note down to me, or Dan here. What about Anthony Edwards at Minnesota? He's another one, right? Young American player who is really making an impact.
Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation's, whether you want to call it Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face out of this club.
And we cannot wait. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. Here's Strus. It's Strus on the wing. Shoots over Isaac. And it's Strus missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Floats it up for Wembanyama. Stolen by Ball. LeBron passes to Strus. Isaac with the steal. Now here's Allen. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Boston ball.
So a moment now to see the story for LeBron James.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Now a timeout called by Boston. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Sabonis, he's checked in for Isaac. Austin Reeves comes in for Grant, and it's Mike Conley in for Murray. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Late June, NBA free agency is such a busy time for you, Shams. During the start of that hectic period, walk us through your day. What's your life like? I've asked you this before in previous times you've been out here with us, but do you get any sleep?
I'm up 24/7 because the great part about free agency, Kevin, is you never know when you might get that call, you might get that text, when a player has committed, when a player has decided to go to a specific NBA team. That is what I live for. That's what I know the fans live for, and I'm one of those fans. So I want to make sure I know as well, and I'm able to inform in an appropriate, timely, responsible, and fair way, and accurately. So for me, there's not much wiggle room when it comes to sleep. I try to make up for it later. But NBA free agency, trade deadline, draft, those are time periods when I know I have to be on. I might be getting a call now, Kevin, actually.
Well, wait, I was just going to ask you. We're doing this game. I'm looking at your phone. It's lighting up. You're looking down. You're looking at the game. You're talking to me. You're doing 2 things at once.
I have to be multitasking at all times, Kevin. You know that.
Oh, it's the best. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year, Draymond Green, says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they could put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA, thanks. Shams, it's been fun. And you know what? It's been too short. So you got to promise you're going to come back and give us some more inside information on the NBA. We have loved every second having you here courtside with us tonight.
Sorry I was not able to break any big news on the air this time, but you know what? My phone's ringing, so maybe next time.
Well, let me look at your phone. Wait a minute. Hold on. That is big news! Holy cow! Come back sooner than later, okay?
Thank you.
So great to have Shams stop by. You can see his passion for the game in every word he said.
Now, you can't work as hard as Shams does without having a passion for the NBA. It's not easy to be that plugged in.
Here's Conley. That one off the back iron and out. Gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Halliburton with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Boston leading by 8. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Sabonis against Morris. Sabonis, the pass to Wembanyama. Ball's knocked loose. In the corner, Powell with it. The tray. And so it's Boston in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Brooke. Where is this team right now?
Oh, it's so excited. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Please direct your attention to center.
Welcome to halftime, and after 2 quarters played, some ground to make up.
They're within striking distance. They've done a few good things out there, but rebounding is not one of them, Shaq.
Probably the difference in the game. And now to some other news. We've got some trades to talk about. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, Domantas Sabonis has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
They've got Sexton. He's out there with Halliburton. Brook Lopez is out there with Max Strus. And it's Osman in at the 4 spot. Conley with a wide-open look. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
And for Boston, Victor Wembanyama is out there with Domantas Sabonis. Then it's Conley. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Monk in at the 2. Halliburton is out there with Colin Sexton. Then it's Max Strus. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Osman in at the 4 slot.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
Yeah, well, the bloopers, right?
And he gets it back. And he recovers it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sabonis. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Friday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Golden State Warriors.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team's going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And the home team has possession. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
James checked in for Jetty Osman.
And with a break here, let's look at the stats for Monk. He's putting up 13 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
Well, he attracts serious attention from the defense, and that really does open up the backside for a lot of his teammates to take full advantage.
And stolen by Sexton. Here's LeBron. Strong inside. What a move by James.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at Boston. They're 7th right now. Not a bad spot, but certainly they'd like to string together a run of wins.
And, you know, for Boston, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Boston making a switch here. And Simmons, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Isaac comes in for Sabonis. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Austin Reeves. And Grayson Allen subbed in for Malik Monk. Here's Strus. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
From deep LeBron. And Simmons with the rebound.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
That doesn't go either for Hardaway.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Oh, man, for over 20 years, has it been tough to find anyone that dishes it better than LeBron?
Here's Conley. No good again that time. For the lead, and it's sent back by Isaac.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And a wide-open look for Simmons. Boston again missing. Setting up the half-court offense now.
They've got to find a way, not enough ball movement or body movement when they get in the half-court.
From past the arc. And it's Strus with the rebound. Strus has got 4 rebounds in this game. At the floater. LeBron crushing off the contact.
Confidence and LeBron James go together. Knows when to float the jumper off. That time, great touch.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Several teams changing it up here. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Boston. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, too easy for Wembanyama.
And standing easily over 7 feet. Whenever he gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Boston shooting just 28%. They're offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point. No good from Grant.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so. Fundamental footwork and boxing out there that allowed him to rip that ball right off the rim.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Boston on top, leading by 4. And coming up as soon as... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the floor for Boston, they've got Grant. Conley out there with Murray. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Simmons in at the center. Basket counts.
And the closer Simmons gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes. I love watching him in attack mode.
Here's LeBron. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. And it's 9 points for LeBron.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
From way out there, right? Jamal Murray's ever-expanding range.
LeBron outside. Lets it go with a three. LeBron with another miss.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team and told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. We'll see if those words work, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Here's Conley. Ball with the rebound.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
There's the pick. The drive by James. Pass to DiVincenzo. Over Grant. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Boston leading by 9. Conley with it. Now guarded by Ball. Conley against Payton. Conley's shot is off.
And the team has gotten it done here in spite of his performance. Still 0 from the field.
And the foul called on Austin Reeves. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Some changes for Boston. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Simmons. Sabonis comes in for Grant. And it's Malik Monk in for Jamal Murray.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. Max Strus is checked in for Gary Payton. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's James. And the shot no good. A bit short.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
To the middle. Here's Conley. Wembanyama passes to Conley. They shoot again. Oh, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
Yeah, it reminds you of what's really important. Health, number one. Everything else comes after that.
Murray's checked in for Mike Conley. Wembanyama up in the rafters.
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
Gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Strus with it. Sabonis defending.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Can they get it? Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
Now, over the last few seasons, Monk has shown tremendous growth as a passer.
Here's Strus. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Monk drops in the layup for 2.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh!
Yes. We talk a lot about the monster games that LeBron James has and putting a bunch of points on the board, but sometimes we just forget about how brilliant a playmaker and passer he is.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
It's stolen by Strus. 1:09 left to play in the final quarter. Outside ball. Pass to Strus. Reeves with the rebound. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for Boston. This is the most they've led by 13 points.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Boston.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high-percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Domantas Sabonis.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And it's Strus missing. And here's Boston. They're on a 17-7 run. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Can't hit that one. Here's Strus. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took, thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.